As a publisher, you want your native ads to look as good as possible on your site. That's why we added many options for customizing your native ad zones, so you can control everything from the image to the font size, color, branding, and many other things. In this video, we'll look at a few things you might want to consider as a publisher when setting up your native ad zones. Quick layout versus custom layout. There are two ways of setting up a native ad zone, the quick layout and the custom layout. You can use quick layout if you simply want to set up a responsive ad zone and choose the aspect ratio of the zone's images. When you choose the image aspect ratio, the size of the image will be adapted to the container the ad zone is placed in. You can also use quick layout if you want to match a custom image size so that the ad zone looks the same as your site and fits in perfectly. When you choose a custom image size, the image size will be fixed, whichever container the ad zone is placed in. You can also use the custom layout. You can use the custom layout if you have a zone on your site of a specific size and want to create an ad zone that fits in it and looks good. So in this case, I have a zone of 700 by 400, and I create my ad zone to match that. Ensuring your text is visible. Many users just use the default text colors. However, if the background is dark, this may mean the text doesn't stand out or isn't visible. The default text color is designed to show well on light backgrounds, so if you were putting it on a site with a dark background, it might not be readable. It is useful to keep this in mind and adjust the text color accordingly. Of course, some sites give their users the option to choose between a dark and a light layout. If your site does this, the text color you choose might work for one, but not for the other. In this situation, you could either pick a text color that looks good on both settings, or in the advanced options, set a native background color. This means that the widget will not be affected by the background color of the site. The default font size for the title is 16px. Of course, if you have a lot of rows and columns of ads in your zone, this might look a little strange. In the text formatting section, expand the title section and change the font size to something smaller. You can use the advanced options to further customize your native ad zone. Notice that the settings in advanced options will apply to both desktop and mobile. So the vertical spacing and the horizontal spacing set the number of pixels between the ads, vertically and horizontally. These are useful for ensuring that the ad zone fits in with the site, especially if you want your native ads to match exactly. You can also turn on and off the Powered By logo and choose where it appears. This does not affect the total size of the widget itself, but it does add a div with the Powered By logo at the top or at the bottom. Using custom CSS. In the custom CSS section, you can add custom CSS to ensure that the ad zone displays the way you want it on your site. Be aware that changes to the custom CSS won't show in the preview, only on your site. Alignment. The native ad zone can default to the left when it's put on your page, and you could use some custom CSS to align it to the center if you wish, like so. Text spacing. By default, the text in the title shows at a height of 90px. If this doesn't meet your needs, you can use custom CSS to set it to the size you need. Image settings. When using the quick layout, you set the aspect ratio for the image, such as 4:3, and the size of the widget is set automatically. In some cases, this may result in the image not displaying correctly, depending on the size of the container or the CSS style applied. So you can use the custom CSS section to fix this issue also. So adjusting mobile and desktop independently. So as you know, you can adjust how your native ads look on mobile and desktop independently to ensure that they look their best on each format. But space between the thumbnails is set only once for all devices in advanced options. Set the vertical spacing and the horizontal spacing, and ensure that it looks well on both desktop and mobile by looking at the preview. Adjusting the mobile breakpoint. The breakpoint can be set to 800px for iPad, 450px for mobile, and unresponsive. So at the moment, as you can see, desktop and tablet display in a 4:1. So the breakpoint is between tablet and mobile, which is small. But if we set it to medium, now the breakpoint is between desktop and tablet. So tablet and phone are displaying a 1:2 grid. So for example, if we had a grid of 4:1 and we have a grid of 2 by 2 on a phone, we might decide that while that looks good on a phone, it doesn't look so good on tablet, so we can put the breakpoint lower. And that way desktop and tablet look roughly the same. I hope you found these tips useful. Thank you for watching this video.